let's just begin with Unai Emery and the board. This is a split situation. It's not Unai Emery's fault, but then at the saying that, it is his fault. Unai Emery, he's putting players out there that this is all he's really got. I mean, the likes of Koscielny, Mustafi, they're the sort of players which he has to deal with. He knows they're the only ones he's got to play with, so he has to play with them. Honestly, that's the problem. But at the end of the day, he's playing the likes of Kolasinac in here and the likes of fucking Maitland-Niles in there, which he knows they can't play in those sort of positions. Kolasinac, why is he playing when you know they've got the likes of Monreal, who's much more defensive in there, and he's the better option against these sort of teams? The likes of Maitland-Niles, why is he playing in these? 19 years of age, and he's not a right back. He's a midfielder. He's an attacking sort of player. Why is he playing in right back against a team which has won 7 straight in a row, when we know we've got the likes of Lichtsteiner on the bench or the likes of Carl Jenkinson on the bench, which are proper right backs? It doesn't make sense, and that's the reason which I have with Unai Emery, which is a problem with him. But saying that, looking at the board though, they're the ones who are not providing the money for him. They're not the ones who are giving him the money to, go and find players to go and fit the squad, to go and sort these defensive issues out. Now look at it. We've got the likes of Koscielny and bloody Socrates who are going to be out for, I don't know how long, about 3 or 4 weeks, 5 weeks now. And look at it. All we've got is bloody Mustafi, Maitland-Niles, Kolasinac, Carl Jenkinson, Lichtsteiner. We've got Bellerin who's out injured, Monreal, and we've got, that's it. We've got a makeshift defence once again. And the thing is, we're not bringing players in. It's the transfer market. It's open. Let's bring some players in. Even loan them in. It doesn't matter who they are. Just bring someone who's defensive. Because at the moment, we are getting rolled by anyone at the moment. I know we played well against Chelsea, but look at it. We've got to be consistent. We've got a Manchester United team which we could have beaten today. We had our chances. We didn't take them. We played a high line when the likes of Socrates came off. Mustafi and Koscielny, there's no leadership at the back there. There is nothing. There's no communication. They're so wide. It's ridiculous. And the likes of Koscielny, he's playing, he doesn't know. He's caught in 2 minds amount of times. And he's been caught. And the likes of Lukaku, who's just running down that sideline, the likes of Alexis Sanchez, who's just cutting in and playing it in, with the likes of Lingard. It's ridiculous. Our defence is so sloppy. It's one of the worst defences I have seen in a long, long time. But anyway, looking at the game, obviously ended 3-1 in a game where we know we had our chances. We didn't take them. Manchester United had their chances. They took them. They played more of a counter-attacking football against us. We took them on. We took them down to the bar line, and we just couldn't take our chances. The likes of Kolasinac and Iwobi, they were doubling up down these sides, with Kolasinac belting down this edge, Iwobi playing him through, and Iwobi coming into this side, with obviously Kolasinac cutting in, and a few chances coming down that left-hand side. But we didn't take them. And this is another issue. Iwobi, okay, he plays very, very well. He gets down those edges. He causes a threat, but he's got no end product. And that's the problem with him. This is the reason why we need to go and get ourselves a winger, someone who's got a finished product. And it's getting ridiculous. Lacazette, a key player for me. Honestly, very, very key. He was brilliant today, in my opinion. I know he didn't score a goal, but he controls that attacking line. He comes back, he holds onto the ball, he tries to get the ball so many times in that midfield and get forward. Aubameyang, honestly, I know he scored that goal, but he was very, very quiet throughout that game. I know there's a few times where he did try to cut in, and he came in with the likes of Lacazette, and he'll come in from obviously the far post and try and get the goal. He did score that with that goal. But once again, man, he needs to be more involved with these sort of games. The likes of Torreira, I thought, was pretty poor throughout the game. Xhaka, what the fuck does this guy do on the pitch? Honestly, I have no idea what this guy does on the pitch. All he does is play the ball out sideways. That's all he does. Doesn't do anything else. Doesn't look to go forward. All he does is go sideways and backwards. And it's getting ridiculous. Guendouzi, I thought he was alright. And Ozil, who both came on as well, the likes of Iwobi and Koscielny, who did get injured. And now we're going forward. I thought Ozil played pretty well. He was getting forward. He had a bit more to the game, a bit more of a tempo to it. Guendouzi, another player, looking to go forward, trying to create chances, help out the likes of Lacazette and Ramsey, who I thought was pretty good throughout this game as well. He was creating chances, and he was getting forward. He was looking for runs, and this is a player who's fucking leaving as well. Let's understand that, for God's sake, man. It's getting ridiculous. Like, we've got a player who's worth about 20 to 30, or about 30 to 40 million, leaving for free. And he's the only sort of player on that pitch who's really creating any options going forward, apart from Lacazette. It's getting ridiculous, man. This is a game we should have won. You know, Manchester United, I know they're playing very, very well. They had the likes of Martial, Rashford that did come on. They counter-attacked us. But it's a team which we should be winning, you know. Look at us. I know we're sloppy in defence. And we just need to sort this team out, man. It's getting ridiculous. I feel so sorry for the likes of Maitland-Niles in there. He got owned down that right, I think it was the left-hand side, sorry. It was ridiculous. Socrates is the only sort of player in defence who's really got something to, like, you know, show something to us. Honestly, he's the only sort of leader in there. And now he's gone. What else are we going to do, man? We've got the likes of Cardiff coming up. We'll probably beat those lot, you know. We'll beat those lot, and then we'll go on to Man City and get fucking trounced because we're not bringing any players in. There's no sort of, you know, leadership. There's nothing in our defence. It's so sloppy. Peter Cech, what is going on with this guy? He needs to retire, man. He needs to retire now because there's a few times where he should be saving him. Jesse Lingard, when he scored that second goal, he's got to be getting down to that. He's got to be saving that. That was poor from him, and he knows that. The third one as well, gives it straight to Martial, and he puts it in the back of the net. Game's done and dusted. Like, it's just getting ridiculous, man. Our board has to do something about it, and they're not going to do anything about it until Kroenke's out the door, man. Honestly, that's all. That's what I have to say about this at the moment. It's just getting ridiculous. Our defence is the problem at the moment. Going forward, we're looking alright going forward, but defensively, we're so sloppy, and the selection of players is not good enough. Honestly, it's getting fucking infuriating playing against these bigger teams and getting fucking mugged off at home. You know, we haven't lost a single game at home until, obviously, from Manchester City from that first game. That was it. And then all of a sudden we get mugged off against fucking United, you know. It's the game. We need to be winning, man. Like, come on. It was 2 goals in the space of like a few minutes from them. And that was it, pretty much. I knew it was over. I know we have our chances, but that's it, you know. And we just drop our heads again. And it's the communication between these two defenders. Not Socrates, sorry, but Mustafi and Koscielny. It's just getting ridiculous. And we need to sort it out. But anyway, guys, that's my rant for now. You probably know as well that it's just the defence, man. We've got to sort it out, and it's just we've got to get more players in there, man. We've got to be bringing players in. The transfer market is open. Just loan someone. It doesn't matter who it is. Stop looking at the players like Nkunku, who I think we've been linked to as well from PSG. We need to start bringing defenders in, for God's sake. But anyway, stop the rant now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Beg your pardon. Yeah, drop a comment down below of what you thought about the game, and I'll bring out obviously another video for the Cardiff. Sorry, and yeah, so that'd be that, and yeah, let's hopefully get a win against Cardiff, and see how we go against Manchester City. But honestly, another game we should be winning. I'll see you later, guys.